Artists use lies to tell the truth. Yes, I created a lie. But because you believed it, you found something true about yourself. People shouldn't be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people. It's not who you are that matters. It's what you do that defines you. Everything will be well in the end. If it's not well, then it is not the end. Take a deep breath, become present in the moment, and ask yourself, what is important this very second? Change is never painful. Only your resistance to change is painful. It is easy to blame them. It is hard to confront yourself. The easy path is the road to ruin. The hard path is the way of growth. Once you've truly controlled your own fate, for better or for worse, you will never let anyone else tell you what to do. Don't accept the world the way it is. Dare to see it for what it could be. You must look at your situation as if you were an outsider, without bias. Before you react, you must see from an unbiased point of view. It is acceptable to be wrong, and it is of great character to be able to admit your mistakes and downfalls. Once you accept them, then you are able to fix them. It is even true that sometimes you may be the villain, but while you hold bias, you will never see the truth. Don't demand or expect that events happen as you would wish them to. Accept events as they actually happen. That way peace is possible. Don't let your fears paralyze you into becoming a lesser version of yourself. Eliminate fear by confronting what you're afraid of. Though recognition's been delayed by its circuitous construction, now the pattern, long concealed, emerges into view. Is it not fine? Is it not simple and elegant and severe? How strange. After the long exacting toil of preparation, it takes only the slightest effort and less thought to send this brief, elaborate amusement on its breathless, hurtling race. The merest touch, no more, and everything falls into place. The pieces can't perceive as we the mischief their arrangement tempts. Those stolid law-abiding cues, so pregnant with catastrophe, insensible before the wave so soon released by callous fate. Affected most, they understand the least, and understanding, when it comes, invariably arrives too late. When you face the fear of your own death, and you are calm and still, the door of the cage is open. All that you feel the wind from outside. Cultivate a fearless approach to life. Attack everything with boldness and energy. Genius often really is just persistence in disguise. Happiness is the most insidious prison of all. See, at first I thought it was hate too. Hate was all I knew. It built my world. It imprisoned me, taught me how to eat, how to drink, how to breathe. I thought I'd die with all my hate in my veins. But then something happened. It happened to me, just as it happened to you. Every hour, focus your mind attentively on the performance of the task in hand, with dignity, human sympathy, benevolence, and freedom, and leave aside all other thoughts. You will achieve this if you perform each action as if it were your last. I fear neither battle nor death. I only fear the day you are not by my side. There is no use for bravery unless justice is present, and no need for bravery if all men were just. I prefer times of turbulence more than moments of stability, more opportunity to seize and grow. Her name is Anarchy, and she has taught me more as a mistress than you ever did. She has taught me that justice is meaningless without freedom. She is honest. She makes no promises and breaks none. I hope that the world turns and that things get better. But what I hope most of all is that you understand what I mean. When I tell you that even though I do not know you, and even though I may never meet you, laugh with you, cry with you, I love you. With all my heart, I love you. I'm not asking you to be fearless. I'm asking you to be courageous. Behind this mask there is more than flesh. Behind this mask there is an idea, and ideas are bulletproof. A true leader does not create followers. They create more leaders. Life is a storm that will test you unceasingly. Do not wait for calm waters that may never arrive. Derive purpose from resilience. Learn to sail the raging sea. Since mankind's dawn, a handful of oppressors have accepted the responsibility over our lives that we should have accepted for ourselves. By doing so, they took our power. By doing nothing, we gave it away. We've seen where that leads, through camps and wars, towards the slaughterhouse. Our integrity sells for so little, but it is all that we really have. It is the very last inch of us. But within that inch, we are free. We must be willing to roll the dice and lose. Prepare at the end of the day for none of it to work. Mental fortitude comes with qualities of sacrifice, self-denial, and dedication. It is fearlessness, and it is love. He who reigns within himself and rules passions, desires, and fears is more than a king. I shall die here. Every last inch of me shall perish. Except one. An inch. It's small and it's fragile, and it's the only thing in the world worth having. We must never lose it, or sell it, or give it away. We must never let them take that from us. Noise is relative to the silence preceding it. The more absolute the hush, the more shocking the thunderclap. Our masters have not heard the people's voice for generations, and it is much louder than they care to remember. Whatever moral rules you have deliberately proposed to yourself, abide by them as they were laws, and as if you would be guilty of treason by violating any of them. If you lose self-control, everything will fall. It's a sense of justice. Figuring out difficult cases is not my hobby. Yet, if you measure good and evil deeds by the laws of man, I would be responsible for many crimes. The ending is nearer than you think, and it is already written. All that we have left is to choose the correct moment to begin. The game is on. You will reach the limits of virtue, well before you cross the border of death. The past can't hurt you anymore, not unless you let it. They made you into a victim. They made you into a statistic. But that's not the real you. That's not who you are inside. True hearts do not ask the number of the enemy, only where are they? The impossible is just the unthinkable, lying in wait. True hearts do not care about the outcome. They just care to give their best shot, right here, right now. True will is quiet humility, resilience, and flexibility. The other kind of will is weakness, disguised by bluster and ambition. Nobody can give you freedom, equality, or justice. If you have a heart, then you just take it. You wear a mask for so long, you forget who you were beneath it. When you feel like quitting, think about why you started. Progress is not achieved by luck or accident, but by working on yourself daily. No matter how gifted you are, you alone cannot change the world. You can't win their game if you play by their rules. While the truncheon may be used in lieu of conversation, words will always retain their power. Words offer the means to meaning, and for those who will listen, the enunciation of truth.